Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to discuss about the way to open Excel sheet and how to read data from Excel sheet by using VBScript. So VBScript provides a lot of utility objects which will be useful for our data handling through Excel file. So this is the object basically that we are having in Excel macro, or let's say QTP, that we often need to open an Excel sheet and read the data from it. So let's discuss how do we open a file, read the data and close it back. So first of all, I'll be creating an object. So we create an object using set method, set Excel app. So I'm going to create an object which is of type Excel application. Excel dot application. Okay. Now Excel application is, object for Excel is created, Excel app. Once we create, we will set the alerts. Say for example, some kind of alerts will be coming, like it is already opened, or some kind of pop-up message comes. We have seen it, some kind of formatting issue maybe. So now we will set display alerts equals to false. Now we need to open the Excel file. So there is an open method, I'll be calling it. So let's set it, set Excel workbook equals Excel app. On this object I will be calling workbook workbooks dot open method I will be calling, and I will be passing the Excel sheet name along with the path. Okay, so this is the Excel sheet already existing inside VBDemo1 folder, and that folder is inside D drive. So that str path variable is already created, so I will pass that str path variable. So remember here we don't need a colon because we have already created that string here. We can pass it directly also here, the path, but to make it more a standardized way, I have created the variable. So the particular workbook, so the hierarchy starts from Excel application and then workbook and then sheet. So Excel app created, object created, and then workbook object created, and then we will be creating a sheet object. So set let's say sheet 1 equals, so sheet 1 will be called upon on Excel workbook. So workbook dot sheets, and we can pass the sheet name. See, I have already created one Excel sheet which is having data, item and cost. So my motive is to read data from this Excel sheet and print it in message box. Okay, sorry. Now sheet 1, so we can give the sheet name or we can give the index. So I am giving index here, so index starts from 1 and then the sheet 1 will be stored inside sheet 1 object. Sheet 1 object. Okay. Now I want to get the number of rows and number of count that is used in the sheet. So I can use int row count equals to sheet 1 dot used range dot rows dot count. So this is the method that we use to get the row count, used row count inside the Excel sheet. So similarly, we can get column count, sheet 1 dot. So here for column we need to write column. Now I want to print what is there in the first cell of the sheet. So in first cell of the sheet is item. So item I want to print in message box. So message box, remember we have earlier discussed what is message box. So now we will be storing, we can directly print also using MSG box, message box. What I want to print, the value inside the cell 1. So sheet 1 dot cells is a method and we pass rows and column. So what is the row? Row number 1, column number 1. So that becomes cells 1 1. So what is the value inside that? I want to print it. And other than that, we will be printing how many number of rows has been used and how many number of column has been used. So int, we can use this variable, don't need to write it again. And then similarly we want to print the number of count, column count. Okay, so using cells sheet 1 dot cells method, we will be able to print our first cell data. Right, now let's close this. We have a better understanding of commenting. So we'll comment, close the file. So first of all, each and every object we will be closing that we have created. Set I'll start hierarchy level, set sheet 1 equals nothing, set Excel workbook equals nothing, and at the end Excel app will close it. Okay, we will save it. So our VB code has been created to read cell wise data. Remember, I am going to print only one cell item, cell data. So if I use row count and column count and I use for loop, I'll be able to print each and every cell data. So right now I'll be printing one, and then later we'll be seeing the. So let's save this file inside VBScript as a dot VBS. Okay, it's already exist. Okay, yes, created. I have saved it. Let's review it. We have created Excel object using Excel.application. Then we set alerts as false. We don't want to display any alert. Then we have opened the workbook, supplying the path of the workbook. Then we have assigned the sheet number 1 from Excel book that we have opened into a sheet 1 variable. And then we have got rows count, how many rows have been used and how many column has been used in the sheet 1. So here's spelling mistake. Okay, column count, row count. So we'll be printing the values, and then we'll be closing it. We'll save it, and we'll go to the file where we have created it. See, this is the file. In cell 1 we have items, so items would be printed out, and we'll see the result. Let's go ahead. Item. So the first data in the cell is item. I'll show you the Excel sheet where it is. So this is the Excel demo.xls file available here in the path here, D drive VB demo, and the content that will be printed is, we can see already. See here. Already the pop has displayed the data item, then number of used row 14, number of columns used is 4. Okay, so this is how we read the first cell data, and similarly we can modify our code to read row number 1, column number 2, what is there, save it, and then we run it again. Let's see, cost. So the second cell data we have read successfully. Alright, similarly we can use it for the iteration, and we can print the whole value. We'll discuss that later in the class. So far, do the practice and have a great learning. Goodbye.